Hello, 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 and we are back to another episode of Damn Davi. I am your host, Davi Aki, and thank you for sticking with me and coming back. I know. My therapist is working through this stage with me. Trust me, I am not left out here alone. But anywho, to get on topic, before we get into topic, I just want to say thank you for still listening. Gosh, I know it's been a little time in between episodes, but life was lifing. Like, a lot of things happen, and I'll do a brief update with what's been going on, and then we'll just dive into today's topic. So, let's see. Because the last episode, I think, was in October, so that was even before elections. So, yeah. That we're still working through. But yeah, I won't dive too much into that on this platform. There will be places that will be present, that opinion, but for today's sake, we will not dive too much into that. But yeah, also my birthday happened. So since then, so I am officially 35. Wow, yeah, I know. Them gray hairs, they beat me, but I'm welcoming it. And yeah, so I had an amazing birthday. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And also, I decided to treat myself and release a single, Letting Go, which I am very proud of. It is remastered and reimagined. And I'm just very proud of this song. I'm proud of what it stands for me. And the story behind it, Actually, it is a funny story, and I'm going to tell it really, really, really quick. Even though I have all the time in the world, because this is my podcast. Duh, this is Damn Davi. But I want you to be like, damn, Davi, hurry up. No, I'm kidding. That's the worst part and the best part, because I will tickle myself. Like, I will genuinely give myself a giggle. But nonetheless, Letting Go was actually written when I was partnered up in New York City. And, I had just started smoking the devil's lettuce. And some would call it, not an enthusiast, but I had just started indulging, and I just had connected with this very, very beautiful model in New York. We met, and we had been dating for a while, and I had started to stay over, so they didn't smoke, and I was just like, jeez, how am I going to navigate this? So one night, in the middle of the night, I just had to. So I went to the window, I smoked. He woke up in the middle of it, and he said, wow, you're just going to smoke in here? Like, you couldn't even go outside? I was like, it's literally a blizzard outside. Like, that's the reason why I'm here. They were like, I don't care. And then they fall asleep. They roll over in the blanket and they fall asleep. And I sit there, and I finished it. When I tell you I finished it. I was still respectful. I didn't just release it into the room, but I did finish it, okay? And at the end of it, I got my phone. Now that I remember, I think it was my flip phone. Oh my gosh. I think it was my Razor at that time. Oh, my. Anyway, I had kept turning the light on and off, but as long as it would stay on. But I started to write Letting Go. And, there's been a couple of versions of it and spaces that it's definitely like taking flight. And I'm just really happy of where it is now and just what I have planned for it. It's just, so, this is a really good era for, music for me. And I think that I'm really excited for everyone to really kind of see what I have planned for the year ahead and what's to come. So what other updates are there? Life has been lifing. Life is always gonna life, but life has been lifing. But my drive has been very good. Definitely in a good space these days. I think that sometimes when you get to another milestone in your life and you produce a song that literally is about letting go, sometimes you have to actually live the lyrics. And I think in this era of my life and my growth and my evolution, I made space to actually let go. Like I started clearing out house, literally, figuratively, socially, and friend circle. Like I had to make choices for me. And do I regret it? No, because it was for me. And I know that may sound selfish. And for those who've known me for a very long time up to this point, it's very out of character and, navigate it as such. But for me, I think that it is very empowering to actually have a voice. And I've come from a space where my voice was very silenced. It was very limited. It was very, on occasion, it was definitely like in alignment with. And actually bringing that up is going to bring us to today's topic, which is faith. Rosemary. Faith. So I was raised Jehovah Witness, and I attended the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses for a majority of my youth up into young adulthood. When I moved out of my parents' home, I no longer attended the Kingdom Hall just due to conflicts of belief. And just, I never saw my voice there. I felt like it was just like compression. Even sometimes I would feel like even when we got to the songbooks, I would see all these variations of notes and accompaniment and everything like that, and we would only sing in unison. And I would say, man, like this music can come so much alive. I feel like it's all about uniformity. And I think God makes too many beautiful and diverse things that walk this earth for him to just say, hey, get in line. You can only wear these colors. You can only cut your hair like this. These are the only relationships that can be considered respected. It's challenging sometimes when you're in a glass box, because you see the sun, you see no limits, you see the world, but you can only grow so much. So you're a part of it, but separated from it. And I think when I made the choice to stop attending, I feel like that was the first time that I actually started to explore the limits of my mind, my experiences, my world, and everything like that. Like, I got to travel, for like conventions and things like that, but to now travel for self-exploration and food and clubs and debauchery, but also enlightenment and creating new friendships and just leaving love with loved ones. Like, some would would argue, like, yes, there have been challenges, of course, and things could have been easier if one stayed in that path. But I believe that the easy route isn't always the best one. Some things that are really worth it take work and are going to be hard. And I'm not afraid of that. I've gone through this much. Like, I've trenched through so much, so many no's, so many limitations to still make the choices that I made and become the person that I've become into this world, into this society, and through my impact. And I really hope that some people can take some of what I have to share today with them into their own walks of life and know that, faith without works is nothing, but also a mind without works is nothing. Expand it. Learn beyond it. Do research. Expand your environment. Don't be bound to just the book. Be bound to the practice. Be bound to the engagement. Meet people where they are. Learn their practices. Evolve. That is how our brain should be. And lived experience is something you just can't buy. You really can't buy it. I love to read about it. I love to hear about it. But something about living it. Respectfully, right? Because I know some people are extremists. And I am not mad at you. Like, I get it. Because I came from a faith that definitely leaned into that. Like, word for word, right? But, respectfully, like, just be well-rounded in this world as best one can. Grab knowledge from the people closest to you and learn accordingly, share accordingly. Because I think back to the beginning of this podcast episode, but I think that we are going to need each other more than we ever have before. Things are going to be very different for a time unknown. And I think that if we don't start to practice now, the habit won't become a behavior. We need it to be a behavior. We need to be unified as a behavioral act, as a natural instinct to care for and look out for each other. We need to go back to that neighborhood. Friends, checking out, looking over friends, like checking over kids, like, hey, look, making sure you get home safe. Okay, great. Like, we need to get that neighborhood connection again. We're so separate. COVID did that to us. COVID said, hey, you can survive in a box without them. You can work from home. Get rid of your car. What do you need to leave the house for? Everything you need is there. Get some comfy clothes. Like, the convenience of getting everything to come to your door. And when I say everything, I mean everything. But anyway, nonetheless, and we need to break that habit and create a more unified behavior of community. Thank you so much for listening in on today's episode of Damn Davi. I can't wait to see you guys again, and stay tuned for our next episode. Later.